Opinion, you're just sitting there with
We're
your
on?
fingers up your ass.
All right, we're back. Thank you to our sponsors for
I think I used up all
sponsoring the show.
hey.
We, after that huge announcement, I mean, nobody knew Paul McCartney had a body double.
I had no idea.
I mean, wow. We'll have to have Paul back on the show. That was pretty interesting. The whole satellite thing didn't work out so well, but the pixelation. It was fantastic.
The satellite transmissions, even 40 years later. Or was that 40 years ago? I wasn't real clear on that.
We're not sure what time it is there.
I don't think it's that big of I'm looking at the shirts, I'm looking at the apparel, I'm thinking, oh, please tell me this is not 2013.
You never know. He seemed a little fruity to me, so it might be.
So,
fruity, like the shirt you were wearing.
Every time you've talked to someone from across the pond, they've been kind of fruity. Jordan, remember Jordan? He killed Stockbrother James.
Speaking of fruity, Skip has agreed to come back on for the Halloween show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Skip
Salem, the psychic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The psychic from.
Was that a show I missed?
Smokers Union. No, I think you were here. Maybe you missed it. I'm not sure.
Maybe I slept through it.
So anyway, from that major,
it's easy to forget.
Yeah, it was. From that major announcement to tonight's major announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you David Black.
Oh, I thought you were making an announcement. You want me to make an announcement? Yes. Okay. I don't know where to start, so I'm just going to tell it like it is. For several months, I've been the cancer in my left lung has been steadily dwindling, disappearing. They're not talking about remission, but this drug I've been on, I've talked about it before, Tarseva, has really been eating away at it. And even CT scan I got just about a week or two ago showed more progress. It keeps getting smaller. I've returned to walking and cycling, and I started losing weight again. I can do a lot of stuff. I'm fully able to do most anything lately, and and it's gotten to the point where there are actually people in my circles that don't think I really have cancer. It's crazy. I mean, I can think of so many other ways to get attention from people other than just, oh, hey, I got cancer, feel sorry for me. No, that was not the plan. This was not a fun ride. Chemo and radiation, and a little over a month ago, I started having some new problems. And what it turns out is the cancer has spread to my brain. And I've had to start undergoing radiation again. And so we had a funny little video that I put together last night because when they start radiating your head, weird things happen, like you lose your hair. And I've kind of kept it under wraps for a while because this is what I've learned about cancer. It sucks, and sometimes people change around you when they know you're really ill, and I don't want to go through that again. What I want to do is keep living my life the way I've been living for about the past 4 or 5 months, getting better, feeling good about things. But honestly, this is a really bad turn in my diagnosis, and I don't know what's going to happen next. But I know what I don't want to happen, and that's why I haven't said anything for the last 3 or 4 weeks since I've known, is I want to keep living life like I have been, hanging out with my friends like I have been, and I want people to hang around me because they want to hang around me, not because they feel sorry for me. And if that seems a little blunt, so this time, instead of telling my family first, I'm telling you, the viewers of Epic Coffee Time, first. There are a couple people that know, but have been I've kept it under wraps at my request. This is the way I want to do it. And I guess that's that. I've gotten over it. I've accepted what's going on. It's not completely hopeless. It's still the worst case scenario. But damn it, I actually went for a jog the other night, and I never thought I'd do that again. So I really thought Dan should do this at the end of the show. But he knows damn good and well nobody's going to watch that long. So, and that's it. The rest of the show is going to be hilarious. I brought my hair for show and tell. That really happened last night. If you watched the video, there were no special effects. I pulled my hair out. It was great.
It was a very fine moment
if
I have ever seen one.
The most fun I've had in a while because I had fun with something that really didn't seem fun at first. And it felt so liberating. And I was just tickled pink, and I felt such a high after doing it. A natural high. Not the steroids. The steroids really suck, by the way, but that's it. I'm not going to ruin the rest of the show.
Oh, come on, Dave. We're just having fun.
I don't know about you, but I kind of have a craving for pot roast. Can we make you one?
I will accept the pot roast, but please don't bring them over all at the same time. It'll just go to waste. Let's schedule it out if you really want.
The pot roast tonight for
right.
Well, how many? But we only got one viewer. So
and guys, I you know what? We should put the link up on the actual Epic Coffee Time site. It's a great article. We keep talking about pot roast. If you haven't read the article, it's really about what to say and what not to say to somebody going through a terminal illness, and it's fantastic. One of us will put the link up on one of the We Love Epic Coffee Time.
A good example of what not to say when somebody announces that they have lung cancer is, oh, I know that must suck, and my poop today really did not come out. You don't know what to say back.
It is a fantastic article, and the thing is, and I remember years ago, I ran into a person I knew at a meeting, and he was all dressed up, and I looked at him and I said, oh my God, who died? And there was a long pause, and then Dan looks at me and goes, my cousin's funeral was tonight. And since that day, I don't know how many years ago, I have never asked anybody that again. But it is so easy and unintentional to say the wrong thing to somebody, even when you don't mean to. We had this discussion at the clinic today. One of the radiation techs told me a story about something horrible she said to somebody unintentionally. So when we talk about a pot roast, we're having fun, and we'll put that crap up. I don't want this to quit being the Dan Pyle show, though, by all means.
Boy, Dave really tried to take the reins, didn't he? But no, here it comes.
Boy, you guys have really been hacking on me here.
He's like, I go jogging without sunscreen, trying to take the show back.
Dan, I swear to God, it was the steroids talking last night. I swear to God, it was the steroids.
Right, wouldn't you take a little extra?
No, I didn't have to.
I gotta get the courage. You know how bad this is. I gotta get the courage.
Kim was sitting in the other room just speechless because I totally let it out. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe you. She said, your face is all red. I said, I know.
I watched it. I didn't know to be horrified or to laugh. I was like, I didn't know what. I was watching Breaking Bad. I was like, I just didn't know.
I had a weird moment earlier that afternoon where I ran my hand through my hair and I had this big old clump here, and I'm like, and then I dropped my daughter off, and on the way home I thought, I know what I can do with this. I know how we can have some fun with this. And, yeah, well, are we going to air that later?
It was great.
Are we just going to... Yeah, it's actually, up. The video's up already.
Actually, whoever's left over at the end of the show.
That would be you.
We're going to run that.
Lone viewer.
We're going to run that to close the show. So, stick around. Go pee now because,
Now it's marathon time.
It's gonna get hairy.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hairy.
Hey, we've got some DNA.
Should we put this up on eBay?
Hey, did you do that same thing when you started losing the hair from your sack?
Yeah, but I can't put that video up.
Just start ripping it out.
and you know what? It just didn't grow back either. Most of it.
This is the look. This is the look I had last night.
It's only going to get worse from here.
You notice he didn't go bald the first time. You could see.
We could see. Notice his feet were a little shinier.
Okay, so we were going to do a potty break, or are we launching into the next?
No, we may as well go right on with one of our newest segments. And this may be in poor taste, but when have we ever been known for taste?
Definitely less filling.
So anyway, with that, we'll introduce you to. It does look badass. You do have a nice looking bald head, you know that. By the way.
Thank you, baby.
I
worked hard on it.
We'll see in 2 weeks what mine looks like, but. If and they're raising money. I'm pretty cheap though, $1,000.
You are cheap.
Oh well. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you, along with Epic Coffee Time, since it's my show now, Mascot Love.
Oh! Good day, ladies and lads and lassies and everybody else. I'm Black Lung the Pirate, and this is me show, Mascot Love. As you know, I invite lesser-known cancer mascots in to discuss the ups and downs of the Wow, did I just get Mexican there? Ups and downs of mascot life. Tonight we have two special guests joining us, and I can't see. Did I mention I'm Black Lung? Tonight we have two special guests joining us in the studio. My first guest is seen quite frequently at the beach. Please welcome Mel Onuma, the skin cancer mascot. Oh my God!
Thank you, Black Lung. Thank you for having me on the show. These lights are a little bright, but they don't burn quite like the sun.
So, Mel, tell me, how much time do you spend in the sun?
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of sun for me to show up. Generally, I have most of my fun in the summertime, but I still make appearances in the winter as well. I got a lot of work, that's for sure. I think I may be the hardest working mascot in the business.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I see quite a bit of action myself, So, Mel, what do you do for fun?
Well, I like to, hang out in tanning salons. It seems everywhere I go I can find one. It's kind of like hanging in a bar if you were a drunk, Yeah, you probably know about that. I get invited to a lot of places that other cancers don't get to. They don't get to go. I can show up just about anywhere.
I usually don't say this to my guests, but you look very normal and non-threatening. Are you sure you're really a cancer mascot?
Oh, a lot of people think that way. I can be mildly annoying to some, and others find me very unattractive. But for the most part, people usually don't have any complaints about me hanging around them.
I hate to cut this short. You've been a very wonderful guest. You have an open invitation to come back on the show whenever you like.
Oh, I understand, Black Lung. Time gets short. Hope we can hang out really soon. You seem like a really fun guy. By the way, Booby Bob is hanging around. He's not coming out here, is he? That guy's always a prick. He always tries to ruin the show.
No, Jimmy Stewart, Booby Bob is not allowed to be a guest on the show. My next guest is a man's man. He spends most of his time hidden away, but he has been a very dangerous man for a long time. Lads and lassies, please welcome Prosty, like Frosty, the snowman, prostate cancer mascot.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me on your show, Black Lawn. It's a pleasure being here tonight. I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is your show.
Are you going to finish your line or what?
I was just going to say it's a real pleasure to be here. I've said that once. I'm going to say it again. And I'm also going to say...
You don't get out much, do you?
I don't get out much.
You like sneaking up on men, do you? Why do you feel like you have to take them by surprise?
Well, most men don't want to think about me. In fact, many of them don't even know I exist until I pop out. I can confuse men very easy. They're actually wonderful prey. This isn't a funny matter.
You're right. Quit laughing.
I would hate to be like Booby Bob or Melanoma. People are always looking for them. When I strike, I can make people pee their pants. They find out I make things uncomfortable for them very quick.
So, how does somebody avoid being a victim of your surprise attack?
Oh, well, here, Black Lawn, there, let me show you here. Let me get this on here, and I can show you real quick.
Oh, that's suddenly all the time we got. See you next week for more Mascot Love.
Hey, Mal, let me brighten your day.
I'm out of here. Hey, Mel, you should really get this thing checked out.
Oh.